think about that moment whenever you are looking for a puppy. You think about how sweet that smell of that puppy breath is. You think about how cuddly and adorable they are, and you think about the fact that they are so soft to the touch. You have no choice but to bring that puppy home because you cannot fight the urge. So you bring the puppy home, there's lots of excitement, and everyone's playing around, and then everyone decides to go back to their regular routines. They start to settle in, and they go back to doing homework, the mom's doing housework, all that. Well, next thing you know, what happens? That puppy just went to pee on your carpet, and that cuteness just went completely out the window. I'm going to show you just some easy steps of what you could probably do. You can create, and then I'm going to explain how to keep a schedule, a routine, and also discipline. First thing let's look into is how to go about creating puppy. Crate, the first thing you need to look in when you want to use a crate is the size. You see there, you have the size. This one is the ideal one. You have the size that breaks it up, so as it grows, depending on the size of your puppy. You want the puppy to be able to walk in, turn completely around comfortably, and lay down. You don't want it too big, because if it's too big, then they will soil in their space. They take this crate as their home. Just like we don't like to destroy our home or make a mess of our home, they're not going to make a mess of their home when they're in the crate. If it's too big, then they will. So that's why you have to keep them in a nice confined space. That is the first thing you want to do, is introduce them to the crate. That's their safe place. That's where they're going to go. That's what they're going to do, and know they come out the crate, they know what's next. And that leads us on to when we schedule. You want to start out with, let's say, morning. You wake up, you take the puppy out of the crate. That's going to be the first signal to the puppy to go outside to potty. You take the puppy outside, you show them the door that you use. Consistency is important, so you show them the door, you show them how they are going to go outside the potty. You bring them back in. Once the puppy has eliminated, you bring them back in, you feed the puppy. Now, for a puppy, they eat, and you should wait about 30 minutes after they eat, and you take them back out to eliminate again. If nothing's done, they should go back in the crate again to keep from anything happening outside or in the house. Give it a little time, about 15-20 minutes. Do the same routine again. Show them at the door where the door is at. You can use different techniques, either a scratch at the door or have a little bell, and then you bring them inside. This time, let's say the puppy did do everything you could do. This is a good time to have playtime in the house. Show them the house, give them a little rundown of how the place is like. And then once playtime's over, if there's no supervision going on, I recommend that you keep the puppy in the crate. You don't want to keep the puppy in the crate or out of the crate for a long period of time. The longer they're out, the more likely they're to have an accident. So you want to gradually build that up before you allow them to stay out of the crate for a longer period of time. Just remember, the #1 rule when it comes to crating is to make sure that every time that puppy comes out, the puppy is to go outside. The puppy will learn at that time that you go outside to go potty. There we have the puppy doing the right thing, going out potty. And now, what do you do when the puppy does have an accident in the house? There's an example of the puppy having an accident. Cleanup. You first want to acknowledge what has happened. You're going to acknowledge the puppy and say, no, outside. You want to emphasize on the outside because they start using no a lot, they get confused with other discipline things you do for other situations. So you focus on outside. I recommend, and it's been effective in my standpoint, as to put the nose in where the puppy eliminated, so you can acknowledge. The puppies don't have as long memory and sometimes don't realize what was going on, so this will kind of be like, oh, this is what I did. Explain to them, go to the door, just like how you've been doing with the schedule, either scratch or have him ring a little bell, and make sure he does. Once the puppy does go outside, there's an example of ringing the bell. Once the puppy does go outside, make sure you praise the puppy. Say, good job, and tell him, good job, go potty. You did what you needed to do out there. And this is just the little cute thing I had on here. But the main thing is teaching that puppy to go outside. I've explained some easy little tips that's been very successful that I've used for a puppy. We've gone over how to crate, keep a schedule and routine, and to stay consistent. That's the main thing. Just remember, it takes time and patience to train a puppy. And if you follow those time and patience, your puppy will always be that cute, lovable, adorable puppy you thought of the first time you purchased your puppy.